Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon. This is Spirit Journey. Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, December 8th, 2022. How you all doing? I hope you all are doing well. What do I want to talk about today? Well, I am exhausted right now. I did go outside earlier today, walk my dogs, came back. Then I went out to I found a place that has roti. Yeah, I was just craving for roti for the past few days. Um, Ate half of it. Also bought some curry chicken with it. Um, then turned on the my monitor that I have in front of me, my computer, and I was watching this program on this guy who calls himself the Liver King, and I want to talk to you about my impressions. Um, I want to talk about not so much him specifically. Yes, good afternoon, viewer. Good afternoon. Yeah, I want to talk about um, the the thoughts that I have regarding to what he confessed it to doing. I want to show you a picture up front so you know who I'm talking about. And I'm just learning about him. I'm not in the bodybuilding field, but I want to talk about that too. I briefly started to for only 2 weeks, to almost 3 years ago. But let me show you what this guy looks like. Okay, he goes by the name Liver King. He sells supplements. Okay, you see he's all beefed up. Okay, that's him. And he promoted this product. He was virtually unknown a little over a year ago. He started, I think, May of last year. He sent a correspondence to um, an email to this individual um, who was into, I guess, like what do you call it? People who might analyze people's habits, supplement, like a trainer or something, a nutritionist, somebody in the health field, and he gave the person his info about himself and what his goals are. Let me just turn the camera back. Okay. Yeah. So what he did evidently, well, let me say up front what he finally confessed to. Again, I'm just learning about him maybe an hour and a half ago. I didn't know who he was, but I want to talk about what what he shared and how um, it makes me feel about my life and everything, and many other people's lives. Well, this guy, I think in May of last year, 2021, he's a businessman. And this man also, I should say, he works out in the gym, and but he wanted to do better, uh, and he wanted to promote a product. So he wrote a confidential email to an individual, and I was impressed about certain things with the email. I'm not impressed about what the deception, but I was impressed that he was very systematic. He had a goal. I was really impressed. Everything was like uh, organized. His thoughts were very organized. He was organized and was able to tell uh, the nutritionist or whoever the health provider was um, what he's taking, uh, what he wants to achieve, and when he wants to achieve what he wants to achieve. Um, I like that he was very focused and goal oriented, and I would like to be more like that too. So that took my attention. Excuse me. Um, he he just was very much into getting to his goal. And so he had to tweak certain habits, um, his eating habits. He shared about um, substances that he was taking. See, the big lie that he did was he said that his physique was all natural. And but when this person's email got out, it showed all the substance he was taking. He was taking steroids, and everyone, a lot of people in the industry, the health industry, bodybuilding industry, a lot of people didn't believe him, but he became popular. He had 0 followers last year, um, initially, and he writes to this person how to reach his goal. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Hello, YouTuber out there, viewer, and thank you for this thumbs up. Thank you. Um, oh, what's that? Yeah, so um, he he knew what he wanted, and he started out from ground zero, and then he builds his channel, and it just exploded his channel. Um, did he really need to do that? Did he really need to um, lie about his activity? I mean, so many bodybuilders. It's like um, it's understood that many people who bodybuild um, take steroids. He says that his aim was to motivate people to promote a lifestyle of like primal living. He keeps saying the word primal, and primal meaning early man. He eats raw meats. He eats a raw liver. I think animal testicles. I think it's also raw. All this raw organ meat he eats. So he wanted people to believe by eating this primal diet that you could achieve this wellness and a physique like this. And a lot of men, would go to the gym, and they'd see these people and they wonder, well, how does he get what he gets? How do you develop this way? But he was forced to admit on camera that he lied, and again, then he started making excuses why he felt he had to lie, which was interesting. But again, my doing this video is really about how it's reflected in my life. Um, it showed me that people don't like when you tell the truth. Look over the past 2.5+ years. Um, I had shared a video from a doctor. A doctor uploaded a video. These doctors were, treating people for that particular thing in 2000, 2020, and they were successful. And when I shared that video on my uh, social media, it was pulled, and I was given a timeout on my channel. A07. Hey, good afternoon. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, 7. Yeah, so okay, sorry. Um, I'm sorry, I just lost train of thought when I was reading. Yeah, I guess I'm getting older too. But okay, what was I saying? I'm sorry, I got distracted. Oh well. So what do I want to talk about now? Oh, don't you hate this, people? You ever been talking, and then you reading something, and okay, about the primal. Okay, that be, being primal, being primal might be uh, a means of wellness, but for how far? Um, well, let me just go for it. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I remember now. I wanted to. My apology. Um, yeah, it was the doctors. Now, people don't seem to like the truth, and I had aired this doctor's video, and I was given a timeout. So, but here, this guy, the Liver King. Now, he just didn't share the whole story, and then people watched. And let's see, about a year and a half, his subscribership or his views are in the millions. So it's like that this particular thing is really important, I think, because it's getting me confused about life. What is life all about when you cannot be honest with the person that you're with? When you cannot be honest to your viewers? It confused me, and I think that's why I'm really doing this live stream. That people prefer to uphold people who aren't genuine. But when you're sharing information, like with the doctor who had, she treated over 300 patients for that particular pathogen over the past 2.5 years, and they were successful according to this doctor. But yet it was pulled. And so some things aren't really being represented, even though it's true. So someone may have low viewership, uh, a channel that might be, pulled down. And you might think, oh, well, the reason why it's pulled down maybe wasn't good enough, or maybe, something of that nature. And it's not the truth. And yet, this guy, the Liver King, um, hid for about a year and a half his steroid use. Now, there was nothing wrong in the sense of, he showed people the type of food he's eating. Yeah, the type of food he eats, he eats a lot of this, um, the keto diet, a lot of raw eggs, the raw meats. And yes, he does work out in the gym. But the essential, the, the key thing that was missing in his message was that he was using steroids. So if you want to, he's saying if that he wanted to encourage people who were depressed and wanted to be motivated in life. But see, let's say they followed exactly what he did. The fact that he excluded the steroids, you won't get that look. Again, let me show you again what he looks like in case some of you who are just, okay, this is the Liver King, okay. That's him. He looks, he looks good. It's really something. It really started hitting me, about life. I mean, he looks good, but is it true? But it's like we're not really interested in truth. We're interested in the illusion. And I think this whole um, past 2.5 years, we've learned about so much. We learned that some politicians' sons are, um, you see his video, his laptop, and nothing's happening to him. Nothing. Nothing happened to the father of him. But look else here. You have the person who had the laptop. Again, this individual brought a laptop to be repaired, and he didn't come back for it. And he had, when you abandon your property for 3 months or more, then it's considered theirs, the shop. But when he saw very sensitive material on it, he gave it to the authorities. He did all the right thing. He did all the right thing. And look what happened to him. He's someone with a disability, he's almost blind. He has albinism, and some albinism, your vision is shot. You know, um, he comes from a good family, and he walks the talk basically. But that wasn't enough. It wasn't enough that he spoke the truth, and I think he might have lost his shop. Could you imagine? Um, you're an American. You have a set of morals. You find this shocking material on someone's laptop. You don't know what to do with it. You bring it to the authorities, and then they attack you. They attack you by maybe slandering your family heritage. Um, wow. People start to vandalize your shop, all because of the I guess maybe the friends of the person who who's supporting the owner of that laptop, if you know what I mean. People don't want to know the truth. People can't handle the truth. And people were ready to lynch this poor man. And he did no harm. They didn't back him. So, this is the essence of what I want to talk about. I, um, I don't understand it. And the older I get, I just turned 60 on the 5th, a couple of days ago. And the older I get, the more I don't understand. I don't understand how, I'm thinking, well, if you follow a formula, you follow this or that, it's not true, you know? It's interesting also with this bodybuilding. Again, I didn't know who that individual was, the Liver King. Um, uh, let's see, that was March of, March of 2020. I got inspired once with this something I saw on YouTube. It was he is a bodybuilder. I don't remember his name. I just know he's a Black American fellow. He's in his 60s, and I was really inspired by him. I like that. What did he do? He was so organized. He would get up early. He had his food. Like when you bodybuild, you have to have like these meals, and something you have to eat. You have to eat often these specific type meals, and so we have them pre-prepped in the refrigerator. And then you go to the gym, and my watching him work. I wish I could remember his name. He won, I think, 8 or 9 consecutive championships. What do you call it? The Mr. Olympia. And I was just excited about it. I was excited about his. He seemed very humble, and I love organization. Sometimes my life feels disorganized. And so when I saw his organization and his humility, I said, I want that. And so shortly after that, I joined the gym. Yep, I joined the gym in March of 2020. I lasted 2 weeks. I did have a really nice um, trainer. Um, what else? Yeah, I came. I think I came every day. He would have different things for me to do. Yeah, different routines for me to do. Um, what else? I enjoyed it at the time, and what I liked about it, I liked that, I felt like a robot almost. I felt very like he said, okay, do this and this, and I said, okay, and I just did it. Wasn't think, didn't question him. I just did what he told me to do, and I was so motivated that I thought I was going. Well, my goal was um, to do the bikini. The what do you call it? To do the bodybuilding for the bikini wear. Yeah, and of course it being my age group, but I was so excited and so motivated. I said, "Hey, you think I can maybe reach that goal in a year?" I had a coworker. This was going way back, about 22 years ago. I worked at a resort, and one of the women, we shared a room with this other lady. She baked breads, and I did the pastries. And she's a tiny, tiny, tiny lady. She might be 5'2", extremely petite. She has like a body like a little child, and she got into weightlifting maybe 7 years ago. Yeah, I saw her on Facebook, and she in 1 year's time, it could have even been less than 1 year. Now I know this girl personally, worked with her, skinny as a whale, just petite, no muscle tone, just a tiny child's body she had. She's an adult. She's maybe might be 2 years younger than me, and she competed. I think she might have won. I think I don't want to give wrong information. She may have won, or maybe she came like not the number one, but maybe number two. But she did very well, extremely well. And I see her in her, up on the stage, and how she looks. She looked fantastic. I was impressed. Yeah, this is going back some years, and so when I found that man who was into professional bodybuilding, and thinking about my old coworker from back in the days, I said, "Hey, maybe I can try it also." You know, so I was doing it for 2 weeks, and then the gyms closed, and because of the that disease that came out in 2020. Yeah. Yes, it's true that I could have worked that at home, do sit ups or something like that. But it really, I felt depressed. I did. I'm being honest. I felt like, wow, I started something. Yeah, 2020, early 2020 was a magical point for me. I felt I felt secure, a sense of security in myself and with my finances. And I thought, hey, let me learn how to play an instrument. I had bought a guitar, and then I was getting lessons. And then in March, I said I'm going to join a gym. So I thought I was going to really, I just wanted to explore, just try to come out of my shell more. But the COVID happened. So, excuse me. So what does that have to do with the Liver King? I would say what we might think about ourselves, that sometimes when we look at ourselves, we may feel we want to do better, you know. But I guess it's okay to be. average, be okay, just be so-called regular. Um, because there's a price to pay for trying to be something that you're not. Now, there's nothing wrong of trying to improve your health, doing steps to improve your health, but taking those steroids definitely not, it's not going to help you. But it's just how human nature is, that we we're always wishing that we're something else. And then we look at people like the Liver King, and he wants you to look at him and think something, you know, think something that it's it's just an illusion. And maybe some of the things that I was thinking, like, hey, wow, I want to go into female bodybuilding and, you know, for the fantasy of maybe women, you know, it's a it is a rush. It really is. Um, but it's okay, to just, it's like we have these inner demons. We have this desire to be more than what we are. Why is this? Because we might think that if we're more than if we can make people think that we're more than what we are, that they will accept us, I'm thinking, that they will like us more, or it will make us richer. I don't know. So what one thing about this person, the Liver King, that he could have actually hurt somebody. Now, okay, he's 45 also. I mean, the man is 45. And our bodies aren't meant to be high performance the same throughout our life. You know, it has a season. There's a season. So that's what I'm trying to really understand with myself. Um, there's a season for everything. Like right now, it's fall. It's late fall, and the leaves are, I would say, one third left on the trees. And in a couple of more, maybe 3 more weeks, it'll be all bare. And then there's a cycle, and 3 months from now, they're going to start to grow back. So life is about going up and down. It goes in cycles. It does not stay the same. It doesn't. And believe me, when you're 45 years old, and that you don't, it's impossible. And I think rather than us trying to be, you know you know buffed all the time, to maybe promote, hey, that go with the cycle of life. We're gonna reach a plateau, you know and how long you can keep it, but then it's gonna come down. And maybe to teach, hey, how to go with the flow, and when the cycle goes down, and what to do when things go down. We're not going to be able to perform the same way. I mean, like, I walk almost every day with my dogs. I have, like, a couple of years ago, I no, it was early last year. I had my cell phone. I did the live stream, and I was talking into it, and I had my dogs with me in the stroller, and I'm going and talking. I've been doing this walk with my dogs with the stroller over. Well, I got this stroller that I have last year in March, and then prior to that, I utilized something else. But basically, I've been walking now over 2 years. Over 2 years, do the same thing. I go to the park, walk around, come back, and I don't feel any stronger. I really don't. When I come back, my muscles fit like Like after all, like I'm reclining right now, and you can feel that the muscles feel a little tired. So so at first I would get like frustrated. I said, boy, when am I gonna get strong like Hercules? How come I don't feel like rock solid? And it could get discouraging. At one point in my life, going way back, I think it was 2000, might have been 2004 or five. I would get up, take a shower, and then I do my workout. I did a 1 hour workout. I did calisthenics. I felt I was withering away, um, and I got fed up. Oh, also, I do stretching too. And then one day, I just said, I want to just stop for one day. I'm just a little tired. So I rested that one day, and then when I came back the day after, I was stiff as a board. And I got angry with myself. And then I tried again, trying to get back in the routine. I mean, just getting one day off did all that. And then I think I did it again, like I said, my mom was really tired. Um, and I got fed up. And I said, screw this. I'm not going to work out anymore. I did it for 2 years. And I was tired and I got frustrated and everything. I think what was happening, you know, I wasn't getting enough. I don't think I was eating well enough, meaning like I was a student back then in 2004 or 5. Um, and I just have a cereal, something like that. Um, I just wasn't hungry. I was on autopilot back then. Yeah, I accomplished a lot, and I had my studies. I tried to have a physical routine. I was just on autopilot. But I think what was missing, I needed more protein, and I think I just was doing too much of the calisthenics. Even though it was just 1 hour a day, um, I was 40 at the time. Yeah, I was about 40, between 40, 42. Um, your body needs some rest and it needs the right fuel. So I think that was part of the problem. And you have to stay hydrated as well. Um, I remember also I had gone out. Um, I walked a little farther one day. It was a sunny day, and I had to go someplace. I do walk everywhere. So this was maybe I think 2 miles there and then 2 miles back, and it was in the sun. Um, I think what happened there, I got too dehydrated. I mean, I hydrated before I left. But you got to keep on hydrating. And my muscles got real tight, and I was getting spasms. Oh, how do you express this? Like if I were to flex my foot, let's say I'm lying down and just have to point my toe or something, it'll spasm at my calf, and I didn't understand what was happening. But I talked to this one person who did like a marathon. There was another woman. She said you were probably dehydrated and you needed electrolytes, and I think she was right because when I think back. Um, Yeah, because I had my initial water, but just because you only had it early in the morning, you got to keep, you know, you have to really monitor what you're doing. So some of the things you just maybe have to be aware of what's happening. That if your routine changes even slightly, you may have to adjust other things. Like in my case, I needed to maybe I could have brought water with me out there. Um, but again, I was in my early 40s and thinking that, well, I didn't have to fuel up. When you're young, when you're like in your teens or 20s, I didn't drink water. I mean, I didn't like really consciously drink water. I didn't like drinking water, especially back then. Um, but you feel like you could do anything, You can walk and you don't get tired. Well, I'm not in my 20s anymore. And like this man here, the Liver King, he's not in his teens anymore either. He's 45 now. And we have to be honest with ourselves that to realize that maybe in our head we might feel like we're 20, 30 years old, but the body isn't. This is just a vehicle, and it has to get tuned up. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. You know that I think it's something important to really talk about because you may have people. You know, let me show you him again, the Liver King. Okay, yeah, he promotes this very brawny fellow, right? Real brawny, right? He got the beard and the muscles, and yeah, he's called the Liver King, and he was selling products. See, he did all this. He wanted to create a persona, in essence, to promote his supplements, and he went to a professional to last year, around in May of last year, 2021, and he was very strategic and very exacting on what he was currently doing and how to perfect his physical appearance and I guess how to promote his product. And from 0 views to like a million, million plus, he did phenomenal. And it came out that he lied about not taking that he actually was taking steroids, but he told people repeatedly he never touched this stuff, and he finally came out with it because the emails that he sent someone an email to help him reach his goal, and he disclosed in it, it was a confidential email, and he shared what he was using. So he was upfront in the to getting counsel, health counsel, about how to perfect his physique. To his goal was the product. So that's what happened, and it backfired. And I mean, amazing though, this guy. So even when he was apologizing for deceiving, lying to his customers, um, he still, it's amazing that he didn't, he like made an excuse for his behavior, that he did what he did to help people. It was amazing. Why I say it was amazing? I mean, I never met someone like that. Like, you would think that you'd have a sense of shame or something, but it's like, he just, even when before he got outed, that he just say with a straight face he never did this or that. And I wonder, like, how did he do that? He seemed to really believe what he was saying. Maybe he did believe what he was saying, but when his email got outed and it disclosed what he was taking, he was taking steroids. Um, he just kind of rolled with the punch, and he just, I don't know. So, but I'm mentioning him again that you can't, certain things you just can't, you know we're our birthday suits last for a season, and it's like society wants to deceive itself to think that you're going to be a hot performer um, forever. Maybe we should start to promote a culture that is saying, to embrace change, to embrace imperfections. Um, he would have been phenomenal. Just you know, just coming out with it. Say, hey, if you want to promote what you call a primal diet, but and if you need to modify it, and have your physician to examine you, making sure that you on the right track, fine. But the essential thing was he was taking the steroids. And so could I again, well, as I mentioned earlier, that people are going to use his supplements and again lift weights, and they're going to ask how come they're not like him. And so that could discourage them. But just like I got discouraged getting up early in the morning, do my calisthenics for an hour, um, and then just feel like I'm in pain, you know. So yeah, all our bodies are different. Everyone's body works differently. Try to get to know how your body reacts. How does your body react to certain stresses? And thinking about myself now. I walk I walk like from 3 hours a day to 3 to 4 hours a day. It seems like it's getting heavier and heavier. Um, I'm thinking for myself, watching this person, Liver King. They have people who analyze how your body works, your metabolism. Um, what do you call it? They study the aging of the body. And I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted out there. Yeah, my windows out there. They're doing repairs out there. I live in an apartment building, and they're doing this street. Let me show you. Yeah, I hope you see it. It's blowing in the wind. I hope you saw it out there. Yeah, it's just blowing in the wind, and so when it's moving, my corner of my eye sees it. So anyway, I'm thinking for myself since I reached that 6-0 mark, um, and I don't feel stronger in my body, and sometimes I just feel tired. Um, I'm wondering maybe I could go to does anybody know the name of those people? You go to them and they like might do blood tests and stress tests, and they see how your body works. Like, is your body working like an 80-year-old, or is it working like a 20-year-old? You know, I think it's like dealing with age, and then they try to tell you what type of maybe you might be lacking a mineral or something like that. I think I want to go see one. Yeah, I think I want to see one. Just just to know what because I don't want to give up walking, but I don't like feeling like you're doing something. And I'm drinking my water. Let me show you my water. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, it's my little water here. I ideally I want to try to drink like when I wake up in the morning, I drink one of these. Uh, it's water. Sometimes I put like herbs in it, or vinegar, things like that. But yeah, I try to do one of these when I wake up in the morning, and then after breakfast I want to take another one. I ideally, if I can get three of these in a day, then I feel okay. Yeah, I've been getting really dehydrated, and I know it's not just me. My dogs also. They were gulping water like you wouldn't believe it this morning. Yeah, it's the air here in New York City has been extremely dry. I wondered if it's the 5G. I've never was like this. It's like you wake up in the morning, your mouth is dry. Um, I can't figure it out. I think I don't know. Have any of you noticed that you've been waking up with extremely dry mouth? And I know I'm not a diabetic, and my dogs had gotten checked too. They're not diabetic, anything like that. Yeah, I think it's something. I think it's the electronics here. I don't know. But either way, I want to get I want to get tested, find out why my muscles they get really tight. Um, yeah, let me know if you know the name of the type of doctor I might want to see. Yeah. What else did I want to talk about? Um, what else? I talked about the weightlifting. Yeah, I think in essence we have to really learn to just accept ourselves. and stop trying to, everybody has their own demons. It seems like those that program that wraps around your head that's telling you you're not good enough. You got to look this way, that way. Um, I think maybe that's why I like staying by myself. Sometimes when you're with other people, sometimes people don't want you to tell the truth. I met someone. Let's see. Mm, I remember in the military, when I was in the military. Now, I was basically very quiet. We didn't have, this was about 30 years ago or more. Um, yeah, we didn't have the same type, the same type of computers and social media that we have now. And a young woman she was a mother. She was a single parent. And basically, I was very quiet, and people liked to talk to me about certain concerns that they had. And one day, see, when you're not challenged about something, everything's cool, right? But what happens though when a challenge hits your life, and then you go share with that person your concern? Some people don't like that, and they will insult you for telling your truth about something that happened to you. Now, I could have done the same thing and say that to her, but that's not where I come from. I feel, I like to listen to people, and if I could help someone, yeah, I mean, I don't mind being an open ear. Um, yeah, I don't mind being an open ear, and if I have uh, a suggestion, whatever. But some people don't want to hear. It shows that, like, it may when it happened to me, um, I realized certain things. You're better off not saying something, and then I start understanding why you have people like this guy, Liver King. If he were on, people want to believe a lie. People did the person that I spoke to didn't want to hear my truth, and they wanted to criticize me. Oh, you're not all that. I never said I was. I never said I was. See, it goes to show what they had. They had a thought about you, and evidently it wasn't good. And so rather than her consoling me or, you know, um, trying to encourage me, she, in essence, used her tongue like a knife. And I think people like this Liver King, they may realize, they may know of human nature, and they may know that to be honest with people about their struggles, about they were so eager to be successful in making supplements that they did anything to be believable. And you ate it. You made them very rich. You made them very popular over social media. And so you get, sometimes I see a helicopter out there. Um, so sometimes what are you going to do? And there are other situations too that people like lies, and people rather be entertained by lies rather than someone telling the truth. And that's what I think was really ironic about all this. The people in your lives. Am I telling the truth, people, about this analysis that people rather listen and be entertained by lies than someone sharing the truth about something? That's why so many people don't speak out. And again, what I said with what's it, the past 2.5 years about the pandemic, that they wanted you to believe lies. But when someone spoke the truth about something, That is who was censored. It's amazing. And everything is inverted. This is a time of inversion. You have people who are dressing, like I did a video yesterday, a man, a biological male, and here you might get called a hate speech because you're telling the truth. This person is a man. He puts on this ugly wig, and he got in contact with a woman. He kills her and dismembered her, and he did this before. And they keep releasing him. They put the authorities in New York, the state of New York, keep releasing him. He's killed many times, and but see the lie. He's presented himself as, again, you're not supposed to out him, even though it's obvious he's a man. He's walking around, lying to himself, lying to other people. But we have to play the game. But he's deadly. Yeah, I'm not sure whether the trial happened yet, but yeah, he's in custody. Horrible. Some people hate the truth about themselves. This person evidently hates being a man and hates women, and he keeps murdering and then dismembering women. But we're not supposed to speak the truth and say that he's a man. Oh, you hate speech, you call him a man, where he is a man. Someone just puts on a wig and they just go out in their nature lying to people. We have to stop lying to ourselves and other people, because see, it's just getting this disease in our head, and after a while it starts to eat you up alive, like that man that I talked about yesterday, a mass murderer. And some lies, like this guy, the Liver King. All this thing's moving. This scaffolding. Yeah, they're doing this thing. He must be going to come down. If he comes down, I'll show you it when he comes down. Yeah. See, this is dangerous, people, because we're starting to hate ourselves so much that we're deceiving ourselves. And when you deceive yourself, you really are harming your own psyche, your emotions, and you may be hurting your body. And you may implode on yourself, self-destruction, or you may explode and be this mass murderer, or with the liver king, sell a product, and it might even hurt someone. But he has to do this persona that he gets he's able to maintain his body without steroids. But the steroids could kill, you know? Yeah, let's stop lying to ourselves. And if someone doesn't like your truth, don't stay around them. Don't stay around them. You have to love yourself first. And I think if people see that you love yourself, that they're going to be attracted to you. Or if they don't like you, just stay away from them. Live in truth with yourself. And if people don't feel it, why do we have to what do we have to prove to the other people? You know. So that's my thoughts. Does anyone have any questions or anything like that? Oh, I hear the thing coming down. I might be able to show you. Yeah, the scaffolding. I hear, I hear it's coming down. Yeah. Oh, well, when it comes to say, hi, it says, yeah, Nubian. It's okay. It's going well. It's going okay, Nubian. Oh, watch, it's coming down. I should. Sometimes, one time I got real startled. Okay. You saw that? When it first did that, I got startled. Yeah, and there were the guys on those things too. I got scared. Yeah, I was in my bedroom. I was still in bed, and that thing, that thing came up. Yeah, I know. Oh, I put something over my face. I was embarrassed. Yeah, yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I was wondering what that meant. Oh, you do hear it too. Yeah, that I kept. Yeah, I get distracted because you see the ropes. Like at first you may not hear right away, but you see the rope moving, and then it's distracting me. And then I hear the noise. Like, oh, what's that? When I first heard it, yeah, I was like, saying, boy, what's that noise? And then boom, I saw the. When I was in my bedroom, it was like maybe a month, 1 or 2 months ago. Yeah, I was embarrassed. It's okay, Yeah. So yeah, we have to stop lying to ourselves. I mean, just imagine this guy's reputation. It could hurt him more because people could sue him. They said we bought your product because you said it made you look this or that way. Hope you had clothes. Did I have clothes? Well, I had my covers on. I did have my covers on, but I was embarrassed. Oh yeah, the guy was right there, but he tried to be cool about it. Yeah. Oh well, it's all good. It's New York City. It's New York City. Yeah, this is first time. I mean, this year they've been using that thing, that scaffolding. You know. But yeah, I see. We like. Thanks, Zuby. Yeah, see, we like to. Why do we have to lie to people like that? Why do we have to lie? You know. Um, yeah, I was told by someone that they had a twin and they died because of supplements. Yeah, it's real. Some people really do die from supplement. Some people may accidentally, maybe the reaction of taking different ones and had a toxic effect. Um, but yeah, he was a bodybuilder, you know, and he took everything. So yeah, he died young. Yeah, you have the bodybuilding. That's another thing about the bodybuilding field. You don't last that long. They don't. A lot of the bodybuilders die in their 40s. They die in their 40s. The real, gung ho ones. Yeah. And it was either this year or last year, you had this young woman. These are people much younger than me, and are dead because of this, the things that they use. Yeah, that woman, she was so beefy, she took steroids. Yeah, it's dangerous. I used to be a bodybuilder. Glad I last. Yeah, yeah. How long were you doing the? Yeah, I remember you told me you did bodybuilding. How how long did you do bodybuilding, Nubian? Yeah, it's a danger. Yeah, I was shown. I don't know, Nubian, whether you saw. Yeah, this is the Liver King. Yeah, have you heard of him, Nubian? That's what that's what did it. Oh, oh, 15 year. Okay. Oh, you say yes that you know who the Liver King is? Not sure. I'm not sure what you were saying yes to, Nubian. Yeah, this is the Liver King who lied about taking that he wasn't taking steroids. I never did any job. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Yeah. What was I just saying now? Yeah, the people that yeah, yes, I've heard of. Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks for the answer to the question. Yeah, what was I just saying? Yeah, you have people in the field of bodybuilding. They don't live that long. They reach their 40s and they go bye-bye. Yeah, they don't last long. And that was a surprising thing to me when I learned that because I thought that people who did, see, this is the lie, see how we lie about ourselves. I used to think that people who were bodybuilders were about health. If they were about health, then they wouldn't be doing steroids. But no, they were about creating an illusion to make so that other people will think certain things about them, you know, and so they do it. And yeah, it's nice to get positive attention, but the I don't know. Yeah, it's supposed to be about health. And you go to the health food store, and a lot of those products are not good for you. A lot of it's not good. So it got me confused again about this thing that we call reality. That this person wasn't real. And yet we spend millions of dollars every year. It depends on yeah. We spend millions of dollars, the industry, on these supplements, on these steroids. It's the steroids that make them beefy like that. Period. Yes, hard work. You know. I mean, how big do you have to be? I mean, if you're in relatively good health, doing some mild exercise, lift up some weight, you'll get something. You'll be firm at least, and that's all you need. But they want to see everybody is trying to outdo the other person to look beefier and beefier, and it's not about health. It's not. Now you have those guys, the oh, what do you call it? Those ultra, those ultra, bodybuilders, and now that their body is getting disformed. Now it's a matter of bigger and better, and they get disformed. They have like a tummy that they look pregnant. Sorry, that my batteries are running low. Yeah, they look pregnant. So how is that about health? So again, it's about the inversion of reality that um, in order to be accepted, you too have to become a lie if you want to live like that. And so, yeah, you might be popular on social media and all these things, but you don't live long. And then I remember, I'm going to cut it short. We're going to try to wrap it up. Um, I start to think about, I have an ancestor who they reached the age of 107. That's 107. And this is in the Caribbean. Yes, my background is the Caribbean. Um, this great great grand aunt reached 107. And I think her sister, she had a sister, I think they must have been in the upper 90s. She's in the photograph too. They were being recognized by the village that they lived in on that island to for centurions, those people who reach 100, you know. And it was that year that she passed, to my understanding. But I looked at her and her sister, and I asked myself, did this person take steroids? Did this person lift weights? They probably ate island food, fish and rice, right? I feel like doing drugs is cheating and it's not natural. Yeah. So if it's about health, people, find out what other people do. Who, I mean, maybe some of it is genetics, but what comforts me a little bit more that if my ancestor, who reached 107 years of age, if they didn't have to take what he took, the Liver King, I don't have to take it either. And if it's about longevity, find out what those people are doing. As I get older, I just really want to just be comfortable. I want to wear comfortable shoes. I wear flats. I've been wearing flats since for about 30 years. Um, I don't wear a lot of makeup. I don't have any makeup on now. I don't color my hair. I just, I want to accept myself. I want to just accept myself. I want to take care of my health. Um, you know, so we have to learn how to accept ourselves, and to be around people who are accepting to you. And again, some things you can't share with people. There are people who may be around you, and they may not really like you. They may say, how come she has what she has, or why does he have what he has? And then when you share with them something, and let's say you're honest person, you're laid back, but they're envious because they wish they were you. And when you confide in them, they stab you in the back. Some people you cannot trust to tell them the truth about anything. And maybe you're better off without them. And it's okay to not have a big entourage. Just look in Hollywood. Yeah, yeah, thank you, Nubian. Yeah, sometimes you have those people in Hollywood, they have this big entourage around them, and they get stabbed in the back. They're not supporting them. You know who I'm talking about. Or you could just use your imagination. It's okay to not have a lot of friends. I like having I like intimate things. I like things very plain. I just, you know, I just want to just relax. I don't want to feel like I have to be uncomfortable around another person, you know? So, and if it means that you have to be by yourself, that's okay. Yeah, I like going in nature. That's one thing I do like. I like going outside in nature. I like seeing trees and grass and all that, you know? Yeah. So I guess in short, love yourself, accept yourself, don't be harsh on your body, right? I could never understand wanting to be somebody. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Yeah. Accept yourself so you don't have to come out and tell people that you lied about something. Okay? Yeah, my battery's gonna die out soon. I appreciate you all coming on, and each one teach one. Share what you feel comfortable in sharing with others, or even share with yourself. You can look in the mirror and talk to yourself. Do those things that encourage you. You know. So I thank you all for listening, and yeah, call the call me later. Okay, what time, Nubian? What time, Nubian? Yeah, yeah, just waiting for Nubian's message. Yeah, take things in stride. Oh, it looks like it's gonna. Yeah, it's getting cloudy out there. In about an hour. Okay, okay. So, what time is it now? Oh, I'll find the time. Okay, I can call you back in an hour. Yeah, yeah. I do the messaging thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, again, thank you, my viewers. I appreciate you all coming on, and love yourself. Oh, thank you for the time. Yeah. Love yourself. Uh, love your neighbor. Respect your neighbor. You love who you want to love, but mostly love yourself and be honest with yourself. And that's all. That's all I have to say. So take care and enjoy, and have a fantastic, fantastic day. Bye bye.